Just be back to a new regular show review, and if you this last one, go and check it out. And we're back with the next two episodes of season 8 of regular show, and yeah, we start with another interesting one, and it starts with that master that is going to be that we saw in the last episode at the end of the last episode that is going to be training Pops, and yeah, of course they're wondering like, yeah, exactly how do you know with all this stuff, and of how Pops being the chosen one, and yeah, he's just again, I just love Pops. I say that a lot, but I just love Pops, especially his nature. And yeah, again, the master, the sensei gets frustrated and saying of how all of this is legit and showing saying about what happens every time on the fight that has happened, and when it comes to the universe, just staying with the universe, and Pop's just not wanting to fight anybody, and even proving that yeah, he's got lots of tattoos of Pops all over his body of the amount of times that stuff like this has happened, and yeah, he's having to train Pops, and yeah, he's like folding laundry, and yeah, he smacks his hand as well, and yeah, Mordecai and Rigby aren't so sure about this guy, and even having to do lemonade while trying to squeeze it, and even doing hitting this tree, and yeah, this they're just not so sure about this guy, and even come to Mordecai and Rigby, and of course they don't think he's doing very well with Pops, and yeah, he just proves to them that he is legit, and yeah, Pops goes to the sack and just looking at these pictures, and the master goes over to Pops and saying of how looking at the sad pictures are over, and yeah, having to do this training, more of this training, and yeah, like what kind of training is this exactly? If you would call it training, that's what I want to know. All this different training that he's having to do, and they're wondering how the training is going, and of course he's like it's not going well, and he even gets frustrated with the master as well, and saying of how this is like just doing chores, and yeah, he's saying that he doesn't want to fight anybody, he's not going to fight, and yeah, the master is like, I can understand, but then shows him this part of another galaxy, and Pops touches it and sees this epic battle with Pops and the anti-Pops, and almost getting sucked into this vortex, and this huge class happens, and trying to tell the guys that the world is coming apart, and yeah, they get erased. Everybody gets erased, and yeah, Pops freaks out just from what he saw, and yeah, he just freaks out and just runs away. And yeah, they all go to look for Pops. And yeah, Mordecai and Rigby find Pops. And this is where he put all his things when his room was transformed to what it is now. And yeah, them saying of how they completely understand and they are scared too. And they know that Pops can do this. And everybody else is saying how they believe in him too. And even stopping this lemon as well. And the master is like, he is ready for his proper training. So yeah, very interesting episode here. And then we go to the next one, and this is another interesting one, and it starts with the anti-pops getting his takeout order, and complaining, yeah, putting a bad review, and wondering of where Pops' location is, and the master is like, anti-Pops is growing stronger, and yeah, Pops is continuing his training, and yeah, being very gentle with the wood, and like, I don't want to hurt it, and just chasing this butterfly, and yeah, everybody is just not so sure about this, and yeah, the master is telling them about how anti-Pops growing stronger, and they're gonna have to use this montage, the good old style of montaging, and yeah, just doing a classical montage here with the training, And yeah, Pops ain't doing so well at some parts, but then he starts to get pretty good. Yeah, he does mess up here and there, but he starts to get the hang of it, of what it seems, and getting these level ups. And then, yeah, Mordecai and Rigby just overhearing the montage music playing over and over again, and even when they're eating, Pops just appears in front of them, even punching them, and even going through when they're trying to play their game. And they're just sick and tired of that montage music, which they decide to change the music. And of course, the master is like, "What have you done? Do you realize what you've done?" And yeah, he's just on an infinite loop, basically, of montaging, and just keeps montaging. And yeah, they're trying to stop him as well, trying to stop Pops. And they have to stop the boombox in order to stop the montage. But of course, the fishing rod he tried to use broke, and then they all get sucked into the montage. And yeah, just all weird things happen. Even shooting fire out of his hands. What, like this? What, like Avatar? Right? And then they're in this weird void as well, with them feeling all strange, and then they're back out of the space, and they get the boombox and gets destroyed, and the whole place is on fire, which pops is like rain, and it starts raining, and the master says that he is now ready. He is ready for the fight, and Pops is like, "That was a jolly good show indeed." But yeah, really interesting episodes here. I'd like to know what you think. Let me know. To the next one.